Back here in San Francisco, getting ready for the start of the third. The 49ers lead 24-12. As you look at the numbers, the key, of course, 2 turnovers by the Cowboys. One really hurt them as Tony Parrish with the interception going in for the touchdown. And that's where we are right now. And for the fantasy update, you've got 2 touchdown passes by Tim Rattay, and Witten and Lloyd have scored. For the latest in fantasy stats, log on to foxsports.com. So it's 24-12 at this point, Darryl, and looking ahead, what about the Cowboys here?
Well, they've got to make some adjustments to what they're doing defensively. Here's a team that struggled on third down. They don't have a lot of opportunities to score. Dallas's defense is letting them go up and down the field. I think offensively they're fine, but what we've seen in the first half are breakdowns on the defensive side of the ball. How can you lose a game giving up big plays in the final few minutes and then come out and give up the biggest play of the season this afternoon to a team that really probably can't really stretch the field vertically? So they've got changes across the board defensively that they have to make.
Yeah, I'm sure the Cowboys came in saying, look, we had a tough loss, but this is a game we should win, even though it's on the road. This club was 2-14 last year. Maurice Hicks returns the second half kickoff from the end zone and gets upended at the 17-yard line.
You know, guys, I had a chance to talk with Coach Parcells as he came out of the locker room. Not very happy, and not exactly in these words. He says that we did not do a good job in that first half, but he phrased it a little bit differently, but I don't want to scare anybody at home. He did also say that that was the first turnover that they had. They didn't really handle it very well, but they're not out of this game. They can still win it, but they have to play way better football than they did in the first half.
All right, Tony, and of course they gave up 3 points, the 2-point conversion and the missed extra point, so 3 they left on the table. But they did hold the 49ers to a field goal at the end. Kevin Barlow running the ball on first down, tackled by Kenyon Coleman after a gain of 3 yards.
And that is where they have been steady this season, you know, that run defense, but not today. And you look right there, this is an offense that really doesn't scare anybody. And unfortunately, they just dipped below 8 yards per play on that last one. But you're just a little bit over 4. And in the first half, they were over 8. So, I mean, this is a game that they need to be worried about, and I don't know, maybe they came out and took them a little bit too lightly in that first half.
Well, Keith Davis, by the way, is back in at safety for the Cowboys, and the pass to Lloyd a little bit too low, and that'll bring up a third down, tipped actually by Greg Ellis at the line of scrimmage, to 3rd and 7. And if you're Bill Parcells, you tell the team, get the ball back as soon as you can, let's go to work, and cut the deficit early in the third.
No rhythm, and that was the complaint from the 49ers players on offense. We just haven't been able to get into a rhythm. Well, they were never out of rhythm in the first half, so yeah, you come out here this first series, 3 and out, get my offense back on the field.
3rd down and 7, a lot of shifting going on, mostly to the left side. Ball is on the 20-yard line. And the slant drop looked like it was catchable. Johnny Morton covered by Terrence Newman.
Guys, I had a chance also to talk to Coach Nolan. He said the big difference in this game is the turnovers. You know, we're tied running and all the other stats we're pretty even on, but the turnovers are big. And also Tim Rattay moving around the pocket and giving these receivers more time to get down the field. And obviously, you know, that touchdown play was one of the reasons he talked about that.
Andy Lee to kick, Patrick Creighton back deep. And the 49ers, or the Cowboys, could get good field position. Fair catch called for, not a good punt by Lee, who has punted well in the first 2 games, and that will drop at the 45 of Dallas. Bill Parcells has specific statistics. When you turn it over, you're in deep trouble.
People everywhere are experiencing a breakthrough. Taco Bell's Big Bell Value Menu, featuring the half-pound beef combo burrito with double the beef. To keep your stomach and your wallet full, think outside the bun.
Okay, you shave early, but your date isn't until 7 p.m. So what do you think your beard's doing? Taking a nap? It's not. That's why there's the new Schick Quattro Midnight. Its 4 blades give you an incredibly close shave, keeping you smooth into the night. The new Schick Quattro Midnight. The power of 4.
75 years, we've been sacrificing Volvos in the name of safety. Today, when it comes to style and design, we sacrifice nothing. Safety is a beautiful thing, especially when it's beautiful. The 2006 Volvos.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
Fox NFL Sunday is sponsored by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of Super Bowl 40.
35-yard kick, and the Cowboys good field position. Dick Stockton along with Darryl Johnston, Tony Siragusa. The Cowboys trailing by 12 have a first down on their 45. Less than a minute into the third quarter. Bledsoe's pass, and it might have been tipped at the line of scrimmage. It was intended for Terry Glenn, bringing up second down.
It's important for the Cowboy offense right now not to panic. I mean, you've got the second half. You were functional in the first half. I mean, they had the turnovers, and you know, Tony talked about that, and you know, that's obviously something they've got to correct. It was something they handled well the first 2 weeks, but I think the concern was on the defensive side of the ball. The offensive group, you know, the turnover to Tony Parrish is just a backbreaker, but everything else, they played well in the first half offensively.
Defensively is where you think they're going to do well, and this time Julius Jones is cut down back to the line of scrimmage. Jeff Ulbrich making the stop. No gain on the play, so it'll be third down and 10. And right now, Sean Payton has to call something to give the Cowboys some life. They're dormant right now offensively, trying to get something going to get back in this game.
Well, Bill Parcells is a big believer in field position, and you know, when you get the ball first and 10 at the 45-yard line, you've got to take advantage of those positions. And you know, you're sitting yourself right now in the third and 10. You have done nothing on your first 2 plays to take advantage of great field position.
He also said yesterday, Moose, that he was not in the entertainment business, that if he has to grind it out, he doesn't care what anybody thinks.
Third down, a flag is down. The pass is caught by Patrick Creighton, but there's a marker back down behind the line of scrimmage. And this may go against the Cowboys. A 20-yard pass caught by Creighton. And let's see, it may still be against San Francisco. This is a critical penalty here. Bernie Kukar.
Illegal use of hands. 91 defense. Hands to the face. The penalty is declined. First down.
Anthony Adams, and so the third down play, and the Cowboys move it to the 35 of the 49ers.
Boy, I bet you everybody on that Dallas sideline is holding their breath in that play, because that flag comes down in a position where you would expect offensive holding, and that has been some critical offensive holding plays, especially last week for the Dallas Cowboys.
Remember, the Cowboys losing last week after winning their opening game on the road in San Diego. They're playing 3 of their first 4 on the West Coast. And Julius Jones breaks a tackle in the backfield and gets great yardage. Still trying to lunge for the sticks. And it was Marcus Douglas who missed the initial tackle. And Adams, or I should say Jones, gets out about 8 or 9 yards.
You know, I don't think we talk about Julius Jones's strength as much as we need to. You know, you see the patience, the vision, and the balance, but, you know, right there, the ability to break that arm tackle by a defensive end, and then his acceleration. I mean, he gets up to top speed very quickly. He had to come to a complete stop in that position, and yet he gets refocused, finds his running lane, and explodes through it.
Second down and 2 on the 49ers 27-yard line. And here's Jones. And Jones may have the first down, and appears he does, to the 23-yard line. Picking up about 3 or 4 yards on the play. Douglas and Adams, the 2 defensive linemen, in on the play. Keep in mind, the 49ers did win their opening game against the Rams 28-25, but they very nearly squandered that big lead at the finish.
Yeah, they allowed St. Louis to get back into that game, and you know, Dallas knows all too well about putting an opponent away, and I'm sure that that's a thought going through Mike Nolan's head right now. And when you're young and inexperienced and going, that's one of your things. It's a lesson to be learned, and there'll be several lessons that this 49er franchise will learn moving forward with Mike Nolan.
From the 23, first down, and on the run, the pass caught by Keyshawn Johnson, and he's very close to the sticks, picking up 9 yards. So it's still early in the third quarter. Cowboys doing a good job on their first defensive sequence, and now trying to score and move it closer.
the strength of Keyshawn Johnson on the outside, the sure hands, and getting a little physical there at the end of the run with Ahmed Plummer. And, you know, this is why I don't think that Dallas is conservative. You see the controlled passing routes, and you mix it in with the run, but, you know, I don't call that conservative. You're taking advantage of what the defense is offering to you.
Second down and 1, and Jones was tripped up by Bryant Young, and the yellow line that you see unofficial, and it looked like Jones was slightly short of that.
Great push by Anthony Adams over the center. And, you know, when you force a running back to move very quickly, number 91 right down here in the center, watch him push back on Al Johnson right there. He forces Julius Jones to make his cut before he's ready to.
And he eliminates the cutback on that also, Moose. When you get penetration like that, the running back is only allowed or can only really go in one direction. He can't make that cutback because there's bodies in that way.
Measurement. That's how much they need. It'll be third down. Sean Payton and Bill Parcells. And Bledsoe going back in the huddle. It's third down and 1 on the 13-yard line for the Cowboys. Trailing 24-12.
They got a little fancy in a situation like this in the first half and tried to run a bootleg on the outside and get the ball down. Yeah, it resulted in a sack for the 49ers, and the Cowboys had to punt it away.
9-yard loss that time. They are in field goal range here, but they're looking for more. 3rd and inches. And the up back, Lusaka Polite, and he has the first down. So the only fullback on the active roster who was inactive against the Redskins gets a big 3rd and 1 first down.
And Lusaka Polite is going to be coming right at you. Here comes 53, Jeff Ulbrich, to make the stop. Does a good job of being able to find his way through there unblocked. It's all a battle of leverage at that point, and Lusaka Polite was able to get down below the pad level of Jeff Ulbrich.
And a 2-yard pickup and a good call by Sean Payton. So now first down on the 12 of the 49ers. Bledsoe, good job by the offensive line, completes to Keyshawn Johnson, and he gets a first down and goal inside the 3-yard line and gets hit hard. An 11-yard pickup. Ahmed Plummer applies the crunching hit for Keyshawn.
And he takes a big hit at the end of this. And again, this is another well-thrown ball by Drew Bledsoe. You know, it's in a place where nobody else can get it. And you see right there at the end of the run, the shoulder put right on the ball. And we've already seen a couple of those come loose this afternoon. So good job of ball security by Keyshawn Johnson at the end.
First and goal. And the handoff is to Julius Jones, diving to the goal line, in for the touchdown. At first, it looked like Julius Jones might have been stopped at the goal line, but his forward progress, the ball went over the plane, and he goes in for the score, and the Cowboys come right back.
That was a great response by the Cowboy offense, and there was a nice drive, a lot of balance in it coming down the field, a mix with the pass and run, and finishing with a touchdown. They have done well in the red zone this week. You know, they struggled last Monday night against the Redskins, but they've been very efficient in the red zone today.
And that's what you have to be for an offensive team that has struggled today. Here's Jose Cortez, good snap, good hold, and the kick is good. And so, with 9:24 remaining in the third, Cowboys trail now by 5.
It's the strongest full-size pickup, and the only one to earn both government 5-star and IIHS Best Pick front crash ratings. Only one truck earned the right to be called F-150.
Sometimes you just have to slow things down. That's why for Budweiser Select, we carefully handpick the finest 2-row barley malt. Then we take the time to brew Budweiser Select longer, so you get a beer with light beer stats and a distinct bold taste that finishes clean. Enjoy the taste. Be selective.
The new Steak Fanatic pizza.
Man fuel, cool.
Hey, there's only 23 figurines left. They're
statues!
They're statues.
Domino's new Steak Fanatic Pizza. Buy a medium for $9.99 and heap on more Angus steak for just $2. Get the door. It's Domino's.
Get the movie that's fun for everyone.
Yeah! Na, 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 na.
Whoops, Robin Williams is back.
Stick with me, I know this town like the back of my hand. Hey, that's new.
Robots on DVD Tuesday.
I didn't know I could do that.
Fox NFL Sunday is sponsored by Robots. Own it on DVD Tuesday.
Here in San Francisco, the Dallas Cowboys scoring first in the third quarter, now trailing the 49ers 24-19. Julius Jones with a 1-yard run, his second touchdown of the season. And back deep, Maurice Hicks for the 49ers. Jose Cortez with a deep kickoff. Otis Amy, a yard in the end zone on the return for the 49ers, gets tripped up and is stopped at the 19-yard line. A 19-yard return. Can Roy Williams in the Cowboy defense stop the 49ers again?
Bust the bomb now.
Verizon Wireless welcomes you in, sweet.
You can now call any of our customers.
Customers as much as you want.
And text and pick them too.
Now that you're officially...
Now that you're officially in?
Celebrate.
Get in. Only Verizon Wireless offers unlimited in-calling plus unlimited text and pics for just $5 more a month. And when you buy an LG camera phone, you'll get an LG Color flip phone free. Join in and make calls on the nation's most reliable wireless network. Verizon Wireless, we never stop working for you.
For thousands of years, mankind has known what lots of interior room can do for your spirit. A feeling so wonderful, we built an entire sedan around it. The Ford 500. More innovation from Ford. Built for the road ahead.
Imagine you're an NFL quarterback. It's snowing. You see the blitz coming. Still think you can play quarterback?
Madden NFL 2006.
Rated E for everyone.
Now on PSP, PlayStation Portable. EA Sports. It's in the game.
A mysterious disease is ravaging a man's body.
His hand is a cesspool.
But will the treatment destroy his life?
We are talking about cutting off a kid's hand.
Television's best drama takes a turn no one is expecting.
If you're wrong, he'll end up with no hands and no feet.
If I'm wrong, he'll end up dead.
House, all new at 9/8 Central, Fox Tuesday. Viewer discretion advised.
9:18 remaining in the third quarter. Tim Rattay certainly has bounced back in week 3 after a horrid game against Philadelphia, throwing 3 interceptions. Having a big game, first down on the 18-yard line for the 49ers, who lead by 5. And the handoff is to Kevin Barlow. And Barlow will be stopped maybe for 2 yards on the play, and that's all. The Cowboys, by the way, rotating their 3-man front, have 2 rookies in there, and Chris Canty and Marcus Spears surrounding Jason Ferguson, the nose tackle. And now you see they go out again. Ferguson, of course, a big acquisition, big signing from the New York Jets at nose.
Yeah, he's perfectly designed to play in that 3-4 on the nose. And the other guys you mentioned, I think, are going to become good football players. I think Chris Canty is a guy to really watch.
What do you mean perfectly designed? Because he's short and stout?
No, he's muscular, and he's very strong.
Let's just clear that up a little bit.
Second down and 8 for the 49ers. And the pass out to Arnaz Battle, puts a fake on a straight arm to Terrence Newman, who missed him, and they end up getting 11 yards out of it and a first down. So Arnaz Battle having a big day. He has caught a touchdown pass today and 8 grabs all afternoon. Rattay now is 10 of 17, 2 touchdown passes. Most important for Mike Nolan, no interceptions.
And the Dallas Cowboys missing some tackles at the end of these plays, allowing, just maybe 2 or 3 yards, but in that situation, enough for the first down and another opportunity for the 49ers.
Frank Gore in for Barlow, and he moves the pile about 3 or 4 yards. And right now for the game break, let's check in again with James Brown.
All right, Dick, take a look here. Seattle coming up big. Michael Boulware with the sack of Josh McCown in for the injured Kurt Warner, who with a strained groin will not be back in the ball game. Seattle capitalized on that. Their first takeaway of the season. Sean Alexander, his second 1-yard run, 24-9. Seattle on top. Back to Dick Stockton.
All right, JB, everyone 1-1 except for Arizona 0-2 starting the year in the NFC West. Seattle headed for the win. And the pass on the pressure on Rattay, intended for Frank Gore, is incomplete. Third down.
You see the speed of DeMarcus Ware. He's going to come in from the offense's left right there. Now, Jonas Jennings, you know, hey, you didn't see anybody coming from the inside. You better get out. That guy's, he's pretty quick. And if you've got a slow developing play like a screen right there, you're going to get caught. And now they just had 12 guys in the huddle, so we're going to add a little bit more.
Illegal substitution, 12 men in the huddle. 5-yard penalty, still third down.
Now that kind of a mistake, you call that inexperience with a team growing, or what is the story there?
Well, you never know. I mean, the coaches are changing personnel. As you're coming onto the field, the other guy, you should be signaling a hand signal so the person sees you come in. It's one of the first things you do if you're a multiple personnel offense is, okay, we're in the huddle, let's take a look at the sideline, see if anybody's coming in. But they've got to be careful now, because that's a new rules put in over the last couple of years, to prevent deception with your play calling. But you can't walk into the huddle. If you're coming onto the field and nobody's come off, then you got to get his attention before you step into the huddle.
Third down and 11 from the 29, spreading the defense, and the pass is caught by Johnny Morton. Morton giving ground and going down. And good pursuit by the Cowboy defense led by Aaron Glenn. Only a 3-yard pickup after that, and fourth down coming up, and the Cowboys will get the ball back.
That was a lot of work by Johnny Morton for 3 yards.
I was going to say.
He ran about 45 yards across the field.
Got a lot of air time for 3 yards. So Andy Lee will be kicking. Patrick Creighton to return. Lee gets off a much better kick this time. Creighton at the 19. And run out of bounds, and a flag down as well, and a hat goes as well, and another flag. So a lot of stuff going on the field. Maurice Hicks was the player who sort of pulled Creighton out of bounds, and one of the 49ers is shaken up.
He only pulled him out of bounds, but then kind of finished it with an extra shove. And once you get into that white on the sideline, I mean, the play's kind of over. Right. You can't do anything else, so you're going to get called for unsportsmanlike conduct. Talking about a holding somewhere along the way. He's emphatic as he describes this. The face mask and the holding, and I'm telling you, it was horrible.
He was so mad he threw his hat down. He got a hat laying on the middle of the field also. I mean, he threw everything out. There it is, right there. He ran out of flags. He had to throw his hat, I think.
Now that's going to show you where he went out.
That's the side judge, by the way, doing all of the talking, it seems.
He's working hard to get his point across.
46 face mask.
Face mask.
Re-kick this, right, Coach? All right.
Coach Kukar. So
I thought they had put something in place to get rid of the offsetting personal fouls. You're supposed to go after the guy who initiated it. I mean, they were moving that direction. I don't like the offsetting personal fouls in that type of situation. Make one team pay for the mistake.
Unless they were two separate places on the field.
It doesn't look like they're offsetting because they're signaling, or they're going to go back and re-kick it, I guess, instead of taking the ball at that spot.
Tom Hill is the side judge. In case you're wondering, he's getting a lot of airtime himself.
We got personal foul 43 of the kicking team, holding 28 of the receiving team. We also have grabbing on the face mask of the receiving team. Those penalties are going to offset. We're going to re-kick.
Well, you're right, Dick. They weren't on the same play where they're going to be offsetting actually 2 different points during the course of that play. So Coach Parcells elects to have him go back and re-kick it.
So Creighton will go back to the 20-yard line, and after all of that, Andy Lee will kick again. 6:32 remaining, third quarter. Cowboys trying to climb back. This is a lower kick, line drive kick. And Creighton loses it, picks it up, and brings it out to the 25. That was a close call because of one of the 49ers, if he had known the ball was right behind him, could have picked it up for the recovery.
The front and rear pillars of the F-150 are insulated with heat-activated foam to reduce noise, making it as quiet as a luxury vehicle. A luxury vehicle that can tow 9,900 pounds.
48 degrees today in the Boston area, with some light clouds and possible late shower.
You guys have to go everywhere with me?
Tom, we're figurative metaphors.
What?
We represent the 5 layers of Visa security that surround you in a pocket of protection.
Hi there.
Like fraud monitoring?
Verified by Visa. Zero liability.
Metaphors.
With Visa, you're protected.
Can metaphors pay?
No.
2 letters, TV. Simple, right? Except these days there's HD TV, ED TV.
We could get an LCD TV.
If we don't get help, we'll end up with NO TV.
The Extreme TV Makeover is going on now at Circuit City. All digital TVs $499 and up are on sale now. Plus no interest for 24 months on all TVs $499 and up. Circuit City.
Fox NFL Sunday is sponsored by Ford F-150. Built Ford tough. By Domino's and the new Steak Fanatic Pizza. Get the door, it's Domino's. By Madden NFL 2006 in stores now. And by Circuit City. For the hottest new technology, think Circuit City, just what I needed.
Alcatraz. One of the great tourist attractions, right, Tony?
Yeah, we got a chance to visit over there, man. I barely fit in one of those cells there. I don't know. I could never escape. I couldn't fit through that little hole they have.
First down for the Cowboys. Just glad you were visiting. Ball is on the 25-yard line. And on the delay, Julius Jones. And he is knocked back. Great play by Jeff Ulbrich, who's played a terrific all-round game in run defense. That's a 2-yard loss for Dallas.
There's something very appropriate.
Yeah, prison break, all new. Well, I don't know how many they had there.
Only the one, right?
But those waters were pretty tough. I'll tell you, to get in there, pretty cold.
Sharks.
Among other.
I think the Sharks were a joke there. It's too cold.
Oh,
the water's too rough. The Sharks would get seasick. I went on that boat. I almost got a little queasy.
Second down and 11. So the 49ers tightening up their run defense. And Bledsoe with the short drop, and the pass is caught by Patrick Creighton. He'll be about 1.5 yards, maybe 2 yards shy of the first down, with Ahmed Plummer making the stop on Creighton. Under 5.5 minutes remaining, third quarter. Bill Parcells bringing his Cowboys out for a pair of Bay Area games. This week, of course, and next week against the Oakland Raiders. 3 out of their first 4 on the road, and then 6 of their next 9 at home. That's why he said these 2, starting with this one, are critical. Talk about critical. Third down with 5 minutes remaining. Cowboys trying to keep the momentum going, and the running play to Julius Jones, close to the first down. Derek Smith is there, and he appears to be short.
Derek Smith does a good job on this play. They've got everything play side blocked pretty well, but he's your backside backer. This is an area that Dallas has really struggled in, is getting to that second level. You see right there, Derek Smith with a good move to just swim Al Johnson, the center, who came out to block him. They actually did a nice job of getting to the second level, but they didn't do a good job of finishing that block.
Darryl, the Cowboys have outrushed the 49ers 93-73, and they're going to fake it and go for it on 4th down. And here comes the play.
I don't think they got it.
And they may not have gotten it. And this is a huge gamble, and the 49ers appear to have held. And they have. 4th down and 1. That's the kind of play that can change the whole complexion of a game, especially when the Cowboys, it was Creighton on the carry, when the Cowboys had momentum. So you kick, hold them again, but now the 49ers will get the ball in Dallas territory. The gamble backfires for the Dallas Cowboys. We'll be right back.
It's uncensored.
What a gentleman.
Unrated. Uncut.
My name is Ron.
Okay, we get it. You're a guy. It's the never-before-seen DVD. Family Guy presents Stewie Griffin, The Untold Story. Only on DVD Tuesday.
Let's see how the jacked-up right guard extreme power stripe works now that it's 25% stronger. Let's say these guys are the power stripe. Red Rover, we call T.O. over! And this guy's odor. You do not want to be odor. Get more extreme, get right guard!
While serving up chops and pounds of bologna, I get my NFL stats on my cellular phony.
The ends are in motion, the offense is shifting. I've been here so long, they think I'm shoplifting.
My wife can't believe I went to the store, but with NFL on Sprint, I won't miss a score.
Like a 3-wheeled grocery cart.
Or a receiverless throw.
An aisle 9 without football?
Is not one I like to know.
Exclusive NFL content, only from the new Sprint. Love your everyday purchases with Love the Double from Chase. Love them because now they give you double. Double rewards, double cash back, double travel points, double the stuff you love. Love the Double, only from Chase.
Sit down. What do you feel like doing now?
I want to sit down.
The Angus Shroomin' Swiss, the ultimate sit-down burger.
Well, Dallas has got their punt team out there. They sneak up Patrick Creighton under center, but you see they're in 2-point stances. It's hard to generate any leverage. Keith Davis right there, he's got to seal the outside. He allows Keith Lewis to come in and just kind of grab a hold of Patrick Creighton and pull him backwards.
My fault is the utterance by Bill Parcells. I don't even know if I would have done that in the 4th quarter with 4:11 to go. Plenty of time to stop him on defense. This was the 3rd quarter. Here's Barlow over the middle, getting to the 25-yard line and picking up 9 yards with Scott Fajita making the tackle. Well, if you want to give the momentum back to the 49ers, that's the perfect situation to do. Dat Winn is injured, slow getting up in the Dallas defense.
And the Dallas Cowboy offense was very methodical on their last drive, and you know, I don't think there's a time to press right now. I think you line up, you punt the ball, you get back into your field position battle. It's a 1-possession game, and the last thing you want to do is give a team that's trying to find some confidence here in the second half a short field.
Hard to do it against a team that could crumble at any time. In all due fairness to a club that's just trying to find themselves. You've stopped them twice. You've scored a touchdown. You're obviously playing. If you play it out, you're going to be in good shape. And all of a sudden, as Dat Winn goes to the sidelines, 49ers catch a big break. So Dat Winn right now not a very happy 30th birthday as he leaves the game shaken up. It'll be 2nd down and 1 at the 25. Scott Shanley, number 58, replaces Dat Winn. And the end around to Arnaz Battle. 1st down. Battle to the 21. Hard charging Battle. Has done it all today. Gets 4 yards. Terrence Newman on the tackle.
He's done a little bit of everything, and Dallas had a blitz coming from the opposite side. Here they'll come right here. You're going to have 2 guys coming in. They see Arnaz Battle coming around. They're trying to catch up to him, but he's got a little bit of a head start on him. Get on the perimeter very quickly, and for Bill Parcells to have made that call on that fake play, that, you know, that to me says he's got confidence in his defense, that his defense can stop the 49ers and hold them to a field goal on a short field.
That Win is back in there. Here's Barlow trying to go outside, and he is dragged down by that Win, who came out for one play, returns, and gets Barlow for a 3-yard loss.
I think the big difference in Dat Win this year in this system, he's always put himself in position to make the plays, but sometimes he just hasn't finished the play. And this year, he's doing a much better job of making the tackle, finishing the play. He's getting himself to the point of the ball and getting the ball carrier down, the receiver down to the ground where, you know, in the past he's missed some tackles.
Trent Smith has come in the game, number 48. Rattay, meanwhile, is a pretty good string going, avoiding the interception here at home. 2nd down and 12. And here is Rattay going up the middle, and Arnaz Battle with the catch. Fumble, picked up by the Cowboys, and it looks like they may have it back. They do. The Dallas Cowboys, on the fumble by Arnaz Battle, get the ball back. And the guy who's really letting out the deep breath right now is Bill Parcells after that gamble, and it was that Win who made the fumble recovery.
Well, it's Brady James, I think, 56, who pulls it out. And it was, it's hard to see right at the end yet. No, it's actually number 50 coming in. Scott Fujita is the guy who gets it knocked out. And then it was kind of right behind the back of Arnaz Battle right there. Not a lot of people knew that there was a fumble on the play.
And that Win did recover it, but the initial hit, so the Cowboys get it back with 2:10 remaining in the 3rd quarter. 49ers leading 24-19. Ball on the Cowboys 19. Bledsoe, and the pass. Let's see if it was picked off. It was intended for Glenn, and Tony Parrish is there.
Wow, if this is an interception, what great presence on the sideline by Tony Parrish.
And it is an interception by Tony Parrish. First one he ran in for a touchdown. This is his 2nd of the game. Does he have both feet in, and does he have possession?
They're trying to get it on the back shoulder to Terry Glenn. Ahmed Plummer comes over to knock it away. Look at the presence by Tony Parrish. That is outstanding.
He drags his feet beautifully.
Oh, what a heady play. I mean, to know where you are on the field, you're right on the sideline, concentrate, get the ball, check my feet, get them both in, secure the possession. That's an awesome play by Tony Parrish.
His 2nd interception of the game, the first one he ran in for a touchdown. Here is Barlow breaking a couple of tackles. Kevin Barlow inside the 20. And Barlow is knocked down inside the 10 as a flag goes flying. Barlow, finally tackled by Roy Williams, picks up 27 yards pending the call.
Kevin Barlow, good patience, good vision, a play designed to go to the offensive left. He winds it all the way back to the right side for a big run.
Illegal block in the back, number 83 of the offense. It's a 10-yard penalty. It still will be first down.
Arnaz Battle with an illegal block. It'll be a first down, but they won't get it inside the 10.
Here's Arnaz Battle right here coming in from the left side. There's no reason for that. There's no need for that. Comes in and puts it right in the back at Terrence Newman. The play is virtually over. Your guy's going to get a couple more yards. You've got to be smart. Red zone penalties just absolutely disrupt all. We've talked about rhythm with this offense all afternoon, and you know, they get the ball back with a great play by Tony Parrish. Their first play is a huge run that gets them down inside the 10, and boom, you get that red zone penalty.
Youthful exuberance.
Yeah, part of the learning curve for this group.
Frank Gore is the running back. Gore has averaged 5 yards a carry. Ball on the 17, first down, and Rattay going to the air if he can. Being chased way back by Leroy Glover, and this pass is tipped away, and a good play made by Anthony Henry, and a flag is down in the end zone. Let's see if there's a push-off one way or the other. Brandon Lloyd was the receiver.
Oh, this is going to be unbelievable on the 49ers, because this is just a throwaway by Tim Rattay. I was surprised he even put it that close to the defender.
He couldn't get it away that much, so he actually was heading into the end zone. You knew what he wanted to do with it, but he kept it in play.
Pass interference, number 85 offense. 10-yard penalty.
That hurts them.
Still first down.
Two huge mental mistakes by wide receivers for this 49er offense, back to back. You're talking about 1st and goal from the 7-8 yard line. Now you're staring at, you're out all the way to the 27-yard line. I mean, this is a throwaway. I mean, Tim Rattay's really just trying to get away. I don't agree with the call either. You know, they're jostling for position down there. You know what the play is. I don't, in the end zone on the outside, I like when the officials just let them play. It's got to be something pretty blatant. I didn't think that was.
Darrell, they were on the 7. Now they're on the 27-yard line. First down and 20. And Frank Gore up the middle, showing some of that acceleration. The umpire having to get out of the way in a hurry. And picking up 9 yards with Scott Shanley. And then Roy Williams from the secondary making the tackle. Dallas Cowboys with 3 turnovers today after committing only 1 in the first 2 games.
It's kind of everything that's gone one way for each of these teams the first 2 weeks has gone the other. Dallas 1 turnover their first 2 games, has 3 today. San Francisco struggles the first 2 weeks to convert on third down. They're going up and down the field.
That's the way the league goes, though. You know, you see 1 week, don't think it'll happen the next, because it won't. Second down and 11, and the swing pass to Gore. And Gore escapes a tackle by Anthony Henry, slows him up, and picks up 5 yards. We have 43 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Dick Stockton, along with Darrell Johnston, Tony Siragusa, our field analyst. And the Cowboys coming off a stunning loss, one that can really linger to Monday night to the Washington Redskins, looking to turn things around in a hurry against a 49er team that was shellacked in Philadelphia. And right now the 49ers have the lead 24-19. 3rd and 6. Pressure on Rattay, and the pass caught by Brandon Lloyd for the touchdown as he beat Anthony Henry. Lloyd's second touchdown catch today, a 13-yard grab. And what has been a crazy quilt last few minutes of this third quarter gives the 49ers a 30-19 lead.
We'll go take a look on the outside. It's 1-on-1. You're down in the red zone. Great timing by quarterback and wide receiver, thrown in the perfect position, but you got to go back and take a look at protection. Kevin Barlow coming in, getting the cut block on a defensive lineman who is coming free. Leroy Glover, you've got the blitz coming in. Your lineman has to go down and take the blitzer because he's coming right up the middle. That turns the running back onto the defensive lineman. Kevin Barlow gets him to the ground, gives Tim Rattay time to throw the touchdown.
And Joe Nedney with the extra point, and the 49ers lead it now 31-19. Career high for Lloyd, his second touchdown catch today. Well, tonight on Fox, catch all new episodes of King of the Hill, The Simpsons, The War at Home, Family Guy, American Dad. The funniest night on television kicks off at 7, 6 Central with a special episode of The Simpsons right here on Fox. Strange final minutes of the third quarter, Darrell. First, the Cowboys gamble instead of punting on 4th and 1. Don't get it. And then they get the ball back on a fumble, and then the interception is made. But you wonder if the Cowboys had just played a smooth game throughout, they might be better off where they are now since they were down by only 5.
Well, you saw Coach Parcells say that was my fault, and I agree with that. I don't think that was the time or the place for a fake punt. I don't think that they were in a position to do that. It's a 1-possession game. Their offense has played well in the first drive. You punt the ball and force San Francisco to drive the length of the field. You don't give them a short field.
But they got the ball back.
Oh, yeah, but now it's a 2-possession game.
So once again, 31-19, 12-point game. It was 24-12 at the half. Brandon Lloyd, by the way, 114 yards and 2 touchdowns today as Tyson Thompson returns the kick and gets hit hard by Maurice Hicks after a 21-yard return. The 49ers come out hitting today. Next week on Fox, the NFL Week 4, Rams and Giants. Rams victors over Tennessee today. The Buccaneers won as well. The Lions are in a bye week. The Eagles outlast the Oakland Raiders. They go against the Kansas City Chiefs, who haven't lost yet. So a lot of great action coming your way on an NFL on Fox doubleheader next Sunday. So Drew Bledsoe has thrown 2 interceptions in his last 12 passes after going 71 clean, trying to bring the Cowboys back again. And dropping the pass was Losaka Polite, the fullback, who had no one near him.
You got to secure the ball first, and Lusaka Polite's a guy who's a role player here. He doesn't get a lot of snaps during the course of the game. You know, they kind of use their tight ends in the fullback position, and you got to make advantage of them. Don't give a coach who's, I mean, Coach Parcells really jostles his personnel on game day with his inactives and who he's going to put on the field. Lusaka Polite not active last week. You can't miss out on opportunities on game day.
Julius Jones, who has gained only 13 yards in the second half, averaging under 2 yards a carry. Not going to get it here as Bledsoe gets rushed. And downfield is Bledsoe, and here's Terry Glenn with the catch. Terry Glenn with a big play and out of bounds. Inside the 20-yard line as Parrish and Rumpf defending. Over 50 yards on the big play. The Cowboys trying to get back in.
You know, we have seen both of these quarterbacks extend the play. And not known as mobile quarterbacks, both making big plays down the field. This is a tremendous throw by Drew Bledsoe. I mean, he hits Terry Glenn in stride as he's moving to his left. He's a right-handed quarterback, so he's got to throw all the way across his body and hits him right in stride.
And Terry Glenn has the two biggest plays of the year for the Cowboys. The 70-yard touchdown catch against the Redskins last week. 58 yards here, and that will do it. That is the end of the third quarter. With the score, the 49ers 31, the Cowboys 19. Fox NFL Sunday continues after a word from your local Fox station.
You're watching the NFL on Fox.
Sunday Ticket is brought to you by Bridgestone Tires. Passion for excellence.
Need new tires? Get to the big Bridgestone rebate event for up to a $100 mail-in rebate on select Bridgestone Dueler tires. September 15th through October 15th. Only at your local participating Bridgestone and Firestone retailer. Wherever you see this Bridgestone sign.
Shh, don't hear us. We'll blow on the door. Copy that. Styles. All set. What's that sound? I don't hear anything. Let's focus, people. On my count, 5, 4, 3, 2.
No. What the hell was that noise? Damn it. Styles? I'm gonna kick your skinny white.
Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Lockdown. Rated M for mature.
This here's the story of East Harlem. Italians, Puerto Ricans, and blacks, all in a three-sided war.
From the producers of Scarface and Carlito's Way.
You're gonna bring down Hollywood Nicky. He's got 3 tons stashed in the safe house. Nobody knows where that is. I do.
You ain't gotta answer to us. He does.
See how it all began. Carlito's Way, Rise to Power. On DVD Tuesday.
We're back in San Francisco where you're watching Fox Sports, broadcasting in HD and presented by DirecTV. Rethink TV. Each team getting a touchdown in the third quarter, 31-19. As we start the fourth, Dick, Darrell, and Tony with you. Ball on the 14-yard line. And here is Bledsoe with a lot of time. Keyshawn Johnson, and he gets knocked out of bounds at the 1-yard line. 13-yard pickup, first and goal. And Shawntae Spencer on another crunching hit.
You got to have respect for Keyshawn Johnson because he does a lot of the dirty work in the passing game. I mean, you hear about receivers in the NFL that don't like coming across the middle of the field, and he makes a living doing it. And even when he's going out of bounds, he's taking big hits.
Keyshawn Johnson, 4 catches for 60 yards. And Drew Bledsoe with career passing yards has passed Joe Montana for 8th all-time. Marcus Spears, number 96, has come in as an eligible lineman, and they hand off to Julius Jones in for the touchdown. So Jones, going off of Marcus Spears' block, gets the score, a 1-yard run. His second touchdown of the game to bring the Cowboys closer.
You get Marcus Spears, your big defensive lineman, put him at fullback, send him off to the right, and just get Julius Jones in behind him. Dan Campbell does a great job at the point of attack. He's able to come down and get a shoulder and then pop out and get another guy blocks. 2 guys on the goal line, really leaves nobody for Marcus Spears to clean up.
Jones with 83 yards rushing. and most of them by far in the first half. Jose Cortez trying to once again bring the Cowboys to within 5, and he does. So we're 9 seconds into the fourth quarter. Who expected a high-scoring game we have? And pretty interesting one at that. Niners lead.
Can inspiration replace the typical small car with something that lives a little larger? More space, more function, more sizzle. America's best small car alternative just got a little better. The Chrysler PT Cruiser.
Now during Employee Pricing Plus, get a 2005 PT Cruiser for just $12,663.
To thank everybody for making Pizza Hut Pan Pizza America's favorite pan pizza for a quarter of a century, we thought we'd put a quarter under everybody's pillow.
What are you doing?
And then we had a better idea.
Yeah, give them a pan pizza for a quarter. Just buy any large specialty pizza at menu price and you'll get a medium one-topping original pan pizza for 25 cents. Golden, crunchy outside, soft and chewy inside, all for a quarter.
Next time I'll knock.
There's nothing else like it.
Look, anyone can try out, but not just anyone can make it. You better get that label straight. I don't tolerate imperfections.
Why'd you replace that beer, Smith? Because Miller Lite has great taste. Yes, sir.
You see, with great taste comes great responsibility. Tell me those aren't socks and sandals, Klein. A beer with character deserves a man with character. We have to reflect that.
Ineligible.
Fox NFL Sunday is sponsored by Chrysler. Inspiration comes standard. By Energizer, keep going. By Pizza Hut, home of America's favorite pan pizza. Gather round the good stuff. And by FedEx Express, international shipping made easy.
Little cable cars going halfway to the stars, and pretty interesting game here, and the sellout throng in San Francisco as the Cowboys once again find themselves trailing by 5 early in the fourth quarter. Jose Cortez will be kicking, and back deep Maurice Hicks and Otis Amy for San Francisco. Hicks on the return and brings it out close to the 30-yard line. 26-yard return. So Tim Rattay, who had a blazing week 1 as the 49ers beat the Rams 28-25. A week he'd like to forget, almost to the point where people saying, when is Alex Smith, their #1 pick, going to get in there, and has gone on big time now.
I know when Alex Smith can get in. When they're on the road. Start Tim at home and start Alex on the road.
It's good pitching rotation, I'd say. First down at the 30-yard line, and Rattay swings it out to Kevin Barlow. And once again, a missed tackle, and Barlow gets close to the first down. Anthony Henry missed the tackle. It would have been a short gain. Instead, Barlow gets about 7.
Well, that's one thing that the Cowboys really haven't been doing, is wrapping up and tackling. There's a lot of extra yardage there after they're hitting, and something that they're definitely going to be working on, Moose, this week in practice. I can tell you that.
Well, and you wonder how you accomplish that during the course of the practice week, because you don't want to be tackling people. You know, that's one of the things that training camp is used for. But I agree, Tony. There's too many little 2-3 yards extra after the end of every play this afternoon for the 49ers.
Well, they're going to be having another training camp this week, because they'll be here in San Francisco, really in Oakland for the week.
Second
down.
down.
They'll be touching on that.
And 2, the pass thrown out of bounds, intended for Arnaz Battle. And it'll be 3rd and 2 coming up for Tim Rattay, who has completed 16 of 24, 218 yards, 3 touchdown passes, and no interceptions. Week ago, it was the other way around. No TDs and 3 picks.
Yeah, but he's been very patient this week. Good decisions. And the other thing that we didn't see last week is, a little bit of mobility from Tim. Extending the play a little bit and giving some guys some time down the field.
49ers, who have scored 31 points. That's the most they have scored in any game this year, calling a timeout, their first in the second half. And we'll take a break early here in the fourth. 49ers up by 5.
This is astounding. 7 medals in a row. What's his secret? What's he doing so differently?
Still going. Energizer. Keeps going and going and going and going.
What is the power of inspiration? Can a car be beautiful and help keep you safe? Yes. Can a 5-star crash test rating give you confidence? Yes. Can a 340 horsepower Hemi give you fuel efficiency without sacrificing power with advanced MDS technology? It just did. The 2006 Chrysler 300.
Low monthly payments now available to qualified lessees of 2006 Chrysler 300. See your local dealer today for details.
Chrysler. Inspiration comes standard.
The crew of Serenity's newest passenger just might be more than they can handle.
So where's it writ that we gotta lay down our lives for her?
You want to run this ship?
Yes.
Well, you can't.
Serenity, rated PG-13, starts Friday.
So, Mr. Lee wants to know, what is the problem with our international shipment?
It seems the factories in China are having trouble with the customs clearance.
Any ideas? Come on. Somebody throw up a Hail Mary pass.
A Hail Mary pass, huh? Is that really what we're doing here? Just use FedEx. They make international shipping easy.
FedEx, international shipping made easy.
31-26 to score, and right now I think that the Cowboys have survived that gamble by Bill Parcells. Now they're down by 5, but there's still plenty enough time to go in this game.
And I think one of the big things they did week 1 against San Diego was coming from behind. It's something that they hadn't been doing a good job of during Bill Parcells' tenure as head coach. And then last week, you know, the debacle in Washington, you wonder what's going to happen. They got themselves behind the 8 ball again this afternoon, but they've dug themselves out of that hole. They've got it back to a 1-possession game again, and that's a big climb for this team.
3rd down and 3. And Rattay out of the shotgun. And his pass to Lloyd, who makes the catch. Brandon Lloyd with a big grab. Talk about receivers. The 49ers have gotten great mileage from Brandon Lloyd and Arnaz Battle. That good for 27 yards.
Boy, Anthony Henry is having a tough day. He's beat right at the line of scrimmage. He is immediately in a trail position. And boy, Brandon Lloyd has had an outstanding day. And most of these big catches have come against Anthony Henry. But right there, that happened on the release. He got on top of Anthony Henry. Now you're playing from the trail position. All Tim Rattay's got to do is get that ball out in front, and it's a completion.
Officially a 28-yard catch, and Lloyd with a career high now. Not only the 2 scores, 142 yards in the air. And a 1st down inside the 35, and Rattay has the pass tipped. Anyone's ball, and the Cowboys have intercepted it. Cowboys on the pick. Al Singleton. Jason Ferguson got a hand on it, and Al Singleton makes the interception, and the Cowboys get it back.
Steven!
I was just hungry. Mother's dinner not good enough for you? Sorry. You're darn right you're sorry.
Everyone wants the new fresh toasted chicken Parmesan sandwich, zesty marinara, melted cheese, only at Subway restaurants.
I don't want to ever see us play the way we played last week.
No, sir.
Yes, Never. Sir. I didn't sleep good last week. You shouldn't have either. We're going to do a better job Friday night, okay? Yes, sir. All right, let's go to work.
High school football is important because we're teaching boys to become men. Those men are going to be the husbands. They're the workers. They're the things that's what's going to drive America.
State championships, state championships. What we looking for? State championships.
Back this way, come on. Back this way. One more time, ready. Come on, you gotta better get out of there. You're gonna get run over.
It's gonna get tough, so you might as well learn that it's 4th down and inches all the time. It's 3 downs and plop all in your life. You gotta keep your head up because you never know when you're gonna break.
We're not trying to wear you down. We're trying to get your legs ready for Friday night. Everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
We'll never see that again, right?
No, sir.
That's all I want to hear.
The man who thinks he can and the man who thinks he can't are both right. Which one are you, son? Which one are you?
It's uncensored,
uncut. Oh, God. It's the never-before-seen DVD. Family Guy presents Stewie Griffin, The Untold Story. Only on DVD Tuesday.
Fox NFL Sunday, sponsored by NikeGridiron.com.
And the second turnover by the 49ers. Al Singleton on the deflection gives the ball back to the Cowboys. First down on the 31-yard line. Play action. And Bledsoe getting pressure. And his pass intended for Keyshawn Johnson, incomplete. Good pressure by Obert.
We'll go back and look at that interception. It's Jason Ferguson who actually deflects the ball. But the funny thing is watch from behind. You'll see all the Dallas defenders know that it's tipped. And they're the only guys who can make the play on the ball. All the offensive linemen, they don't realize what's happening. They don't know what's up in the air and the ball is for grabs. The advantage right to the Dallas defenders. Al Singleton goes up and makes the catch.
Good timing by Singleton. Second down and 10 for Dallas. And the swing pass to Julius Jones. Trying to keep Ahmed Plummer at bay. Knocked out of bounds after getting 3 yards. So career interceptions for Tim Rattay, and unfortunately for him, he's thrown the most in the fourth quarter. 10 in his career. It'll be third down and 7 for Dallas. Cowboys have led once today. Third down and 7 on the 34. And here's Bledsoe going underneath to Patrick Creighton, and he is stopped short of the first down as he is tackled. Big defensive play on the 40-yard line. And the Cowboys will have to kick.
Yeah, I don't think we got to worry about a fake punt right here. But we talked about missed tackles by the Cowboys secondary, enabling the 49ers to get some extra yards. But right there, Mike Adams comes up with a good hit on Patrick Creighton to prevent any opportunity of getting the first down.
So Matt McBriar will be kicking to Otis Amy, who this year has returned to punt 75 yards for a touchdown in the opening game against the Rams. Low snap from center and a low end-over-end kick.
Don't touch it, Jack.
And it will be going out of bounds at the 24. I said before that the Cowboys have led once. They really have not led at all. They were down 7-0. They got a touchdown, missed the extra point, and they still trail.
It didn't come gentle into the world. Blacked out. Born with 2 fists in the wind. The new 6-speed Dyna Street Bob motorcycle. Let there be dark. Ride one now at your Harley-Davidson dealer.
Get the movie that's fun for everyone.
Yeah! Na, 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 na.
Whoops, Robin Williams is back.
Stick with me, I know this town like the back of my hand. Hey, that's new.
Robots on DVD Tuesday.
I didn't know I could do that.
BK is making NFL history. Now every Angus rapper scores a free day of NFL Sunday ticket from DirecTV.
Fox tomorrow.
The wing has been breached.
Don't miss the most explosive episode of this season.
Where's my daughter?
We have everything under control, Governor.
I hope you do.
It's me. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Prison Break, all new at 9/8 Central tomorrow on Fox. Viewer discretion advised.
Fox tonight. An epidemic breaks out on a new Simpsons.
I'm so itchy. Oh, yeah.
Then it's a parent's worst nightmare.
Do you know if your sister is, active? She plays tennis sometimes.
On a new The War at Home. And get lost on a new Family Guy.
This is a wonderful place, and you're just using it to escape from your problems.
Meg's right there. Plus, a new American Dad goes geek.
Good God, who's manning the internet?
It all starts at 7/6 Central with a bonus Simpsons and King of the Hill tonight on Fox.
49ers defense last overall in the NFL, holding the Cowboys to 3 and out, and they're faithful, very hopeful here as the Niners take over on the 23-yard line. Just under 12 minutes remaining. Time of possession, big improvement today from what it has been for San Francisco. 1st and 10. Frank Gore is the back, and he gets the call. Has an opening off the left side, and Gore carries it out past the 30-yard line, a gain of 8 yards, with Roy Williams and DeMarcus Ware up front with the tackle.
The San Francisco 49er offense is, we've talked about Dallas being balanced and kind of varying their attack, mixing in the run and the pass really well. But yeah, San Francisco, especially having seen them last week and seeing the rhythm that they've been established today, and the change up with Kevin Barlow and Frank Gore and Brandon Lloyd just stepping up and having a huge day today.
49ers have rushed for 119 yards. They hadn't rushed at all, and here they get a first down as Gore carries again. Another 5-yard pickup for the rookie from Miami, Marcus Spears, the rookie defensive end, making the tackle.
That may be the most surprising statistic of the afternoon right now, because you talk about a defense that has faced LaDainian Tomlinson, Clinton Portis, and has really done a good job in both of those games of shutting down high-profile running backs around the NFL. This is a team, the 49ers, that have really struggled to run the ball, and to be over almost to 120 yards. That's probably the biggest surprise of the afternoon right now.
Yeah, their offensive line has done an unbelievable job, Moose. I wanted to comment on them a couple minutes ago, but they're really getting the job done. And they haven't been doing a lot of max protection where you would think that they would be doing that. They're just man on man. They've been doing an excellent job down here from the field.
And they're banged up. There's a flag down as Gore carried again, but there's a penalty marker.
62 offense. 10-yard penalty, still first down.
And Jeremy Newberry, Tony, you talk about the guys up front, didn't practice all week with a sore knee. He has really been a warrior for this team. He's going to probably need surgery after the year. Jonas Jennings, of course, had the bruised larynx last week, as we look at Newberry, and the sore knee as well, and Justice Smiley. So this is a banged-up line, and very nearly they had to do a patchwork job if Newberry couldn't go today.
It always takes time for an offensive line to go and get some rhythm going. And Mike came in here and did a good job. Everybody thought he was going to be defensively, but offensively, you need to go and play together. And he mentioned that in a meeting. These guys just have to go and play together. And obviously, after 3 games, we're seeing a big difference from the first game.
1st and 20, and the pass underneath to Johnny Morton is a catch, picking up 5 yards on the play. And the other interesting feature, we have seen Barlow and Gore do a pretty good job today, Darrell, but Fred Beasley, who had been a fixture at fullback here, seems to be a forgotten man now, and Chris Hetherington getting a much more of a play at fullback.
Yeah, unfortunately, Fred Beasley has gotten himself in the doghouse with the 49ers, and we've talked about this being a transition and moving in a new direction. The one thing you don't want to be is be absent from a lot of the offseason program when you've got a new staff coming in, and he also had a run-in during the course of preseason, so he's got a big hole to dig himself out of.
Rattay on 2nd down and long tries to get it to Barlow. So now it'll be 3rd down and 15. Greg Ellis putting the pressure on.
Greg Ellis is one of the guys that you kind of wondered how he was going to fit into the 3-4 scheme, but he's such a good guy, and really all he wants to do is get out on the field on Sundays and perform. And I don't buy into the theory that certain guys don't fit into a system because of their size or their weight. Some guys are just good football players, and I think that that's Greg Ellis.
And with the release of Marcellus Wiley, Ellis moved back to right defensive end, where he started his first 2 years back in 98-99. 3rd down and 15 on the 31-yard line for the 49ers. And movement, and it looked like number 75, Jonas Jennings, the left tackle, may be guilty of a false start. 49ers pointing that it might have been offsides or encroachment.
Neutral zone infraction, 94 defense. Jumped into the neutral zone, caused the offensive tackle to false start. 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
It's hard for those guys on the outside. You get a little flinch like that, you're going to go back. So I agree with that rule being put in. I don't know how you expect a guy that's in a passing situation on the outside with a guy with the speed of DeMarcus Ware coming off the corner to not react to that little flinch.
If you don't react, he'll be gone.
Exactly.
And your quarterback will be down. So it's 3rd down and 10 following the 5-yard penalty.
Tim Rattay, if he moves, just go, and just put it in the referee's hand. Don't wait to see if he's coming or not.
3rd and 10, the ball at the 36 for the 49ers. They have responded in kind for a team that is just rebuilding and leading the Cowboys throughout today. This is a big play. And Rattay goes down. Try to move out of the pocket, but is stopped at the 35. And Greg Ellis got finished talking about what he has meant, a 1-yard loss, and 4th down coming up. How about the 49ers defense today? We saw Dallas on the last play, but they play pretty well.
They really have, and Tony talked about it at the beginning of the game. You know, the fact that this team was ready to maybe have a breakout game because of the 3 weeks that they've had to spend in Mike Nolan's system.
And the fair catch called for by Patrick Creighton, and it is down at the 26-yard line with just under 9 minutes remaining. A 40-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over. Dallas looking for their first lead of the game. Rattay hit Arnaz Battle. The first quarter ended up 7-0. Bledsoe with a 6-yard run. It was 7-6 on the missed extra point. And then it got up to 21-6 before Bledsoe hit Jason Witten in the second quarter with a touchdown pass. They went for 2, wasn't good. It's been 12 down to 5, 12, now again to 5. And here we are in the 4th. Bledsoe on first down. And Bledsoe waiting and gets hit from behind as he unleashes the pass. It's incomplete. Brian Young got him from behind. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 26.
Well, they brought the pressure that time, and Dallas had the right play call because it's only a 2-man route, so they've got the protection, but you've got 2 receivers downfield against 4 defenders on that side of the field, and to add a little bit to that, they're both in the same area. So Drew Bledsoe, he held it as long as he could, just got it out of there before he got popped.
There are the numbers. He's been hit 7 times, has thrown 2 interceptions. Far cry from last December when Bledsoe came in with the Buffalo Bills and led a 41-7 victory over the 49ers. Now quarterbacking the Cowboys and looking at 2nd and 10. Short drop and the pass thrown behind Keyshawn Johnson. And Ahmed Plummer was right there. And fortunate the Cowboys are that there wasn't an interception.
I just, you know, that looks a lot like the play they ran at the end of the game in that 4th down situation on Monday night. You come up stutter, you're going across. Ahmed Plummer doesn't buy anything. Great play on the ball right there, coming across. Doesn't come through the back of the wide receiver. Doesn't hook him and pull him. He makes a play on the ball, eliminates any possibility for a pass interference.
Last time the 49ers took out the Cowboys in 3 and out. And now it is 3rd and 10. And Bledsoe can't find a receiver, and down he goes. Brandon Moore with a big sack and a loss of 7 yards, bringing up 4th down. And once again, the 49ers defense, we just showed you the montage of them, come up big here.
Well, you're going to go and see why there was so much time on that play for Brandon Moore to get to the quarterback. The coverage on the wide receivers on the outside. There's nowhere for Drew Bledsoe to go with the football, and that allows Brandon Moore to get to the quarterback.
Matt McBriar with the 4th down kick. Otis Amy at the 30-yard line. And taken down at the 39 by Scott Shanley. 52-yard punt. Let's give you by the numbers to show you where these teams are right now in a 31-26 game at 8:16 remaining. Rushing yards, a big day for the 49ers.
That's a surprising one right there.
Passing yards, prolific.
Well, it is at home. Tim Rattay is the quarterback. 4 for 1, 5 for 1. They got a sale on first downs. You know, whatever you want to pay. I'm going to go over to 5 for 1.
So will I. First down at the 39, and here is Barlow trying to cut up field, and Barlow does a pretty good job of it, getting about 8 yards on first down. Roy Williams on the stop. Right now, Mike McCarthy, even though it's a 5-point game, Cowboys need a touchdown for the first time this year, has the opponent where he wants them, and he can run the ball, which he has done successfully from the lead.
Well, you talked about the last 2 series going 3 and out. They really established field position over those 2 exchanges of possession. And, you know, we'll give some credit to Otis Amy. A nice job on the punt return, getting him up there. But Mike McCarthy, you know, we talked to him last week. There's things that he wants to do with this offense, and you've wondered if they were really going to be able to do it. He's got to be happy with their performance today.
There's Barlow trying to bounce outside and can't. His 12th carry of the game. He's rushed for 65 yards. That time, Chris Candy, the rookie from University of Virginia, and Roy Williams combined on the play. The clock runs. It'll be 3rd and 2.
This guy, he's a few cards short of a full deck. He times his blitzes extremely well. You see that? But you know, the one thing, he's too big. He's too physical. Don't go for the big hit. You know, get in there, wrap him up. And, you know, Kevin Barlow's, he's got vision, he's got balance too. You come up and just try and take a shot at him, he's going to spin out on you.
I'm not going to say the elevator doesn't go all the way up next, are you? Here is the end around to Arnaz Battle getting ground. And Arnaz Battle is going to be taken down. Big loss on the play. Terrence Newman and Leroy Glover, -8. And you wouldn't know when looking at a 31-26 game that the defenses are taking charge here in the 4th quarter.
They've really stepped up their play right now. They're going to try and get the reverse to Arnaz Battle, going back the other way. Now, when they played St. Louis, they had some gadget plays in their game plan. Last week on the road against Philadelphia, they didn't really go to them. So Dallas is prepared for those types of things. They have centered around Arnaz Battle. So you weren't going to fool a Bill Parcells coach team doing the same thing.
Creighton is back. Lee will kick. And it takes a 49er bounce, and it's picked up by Patrick Creighton. And Creighton is tackled at the 24-yard line, and so the defenses have been firm. Tony.
Just from down here watching the offensive line of the Dallas Cowboys, on this past play, they had a little bit of a problem there going and trying to identifying the Mike linebacker in the middle of the field, and they missed the slide, and that's where the linebacker right there, number 56, comes in and gets the pressure. That was all in the doing of the movement of the linebackers and the defensive linemen for the San Francisco 49ers.
Well, you said at the very beginning, you got to identify the Mike, or middle linebacker as he's known. There's the story. Julian Peterson, hamstring pull, is out of the game. That's a big loss defensively for the 49ers. First down, and Julius Jones gets tripped up, picks up a couple with Bryant Young making the tackle with under 6 minutes.
That's a big loss for the 49ers, but I think that's why we're seeing Brandon Moore in there, and he's done a good job of filling in. He's making some plays. He was the guy who got the sack on Bledsoe, or the pressure on Bledsoe on that play that Tony was talking about.
So there's Julian Peterson, who guaranteed a victory today, and right now it's holding up. 2nd down and 8 on the 26 of the Cowboys. Plenty of time for Bledsoe, and has to go underneath, and he does to Julius Jones, who was tackled at the 30 by Jamie Winborn. So the 49ers secondary doing a good job of protecting the deep ball.
Well, really the whole defense, you know, it's been a change-up. They have not let the Cowboy offense get into a rhythm of knowing what they're going to do, you know, what to expect. They've done a good job of mixing up, you know, bringing some pressure and moving around and being fluid like Tony talked about, but then also rushing 4, rushing 3, dropping 7 or 8 back in coverage to really clog those throwing lanes.
Pick up a 5, leaving 3rd and 3. Short drop up the middle and caught by Terry Glenn. First down for the Cowboys. He gets 6 yards there as we get close to 4.5 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. Mike Adams, nickel back for the 49ers, making the tackle.
That's a big conversion right there for the Dallas Cowboy offense. Back-to-back possessions, 3 and out. They're looking at the possibility of another one. And, you know, 4.5 minutes at that time, San Francisco looking for a big victory today. You're going to lose quite a bit of time on the clock.
Bledsoe over 300 yards. They have a bunch with 3 wide receivers lined up to the right on first down, and Bledsoe going to Creighton, makes the catch and dives forward to the 41-yard line. Winborn grabbed a hold of him, and the pickup of 4.
Some more of that real sure tackling on the outside. This time it's Jamie Winborn. We've seen it from the linebackers, from the secondary. The Dallas receivers, when they're making catches, aren't getting a lot of yards after the catch.
And Jason Witten not getting a lot of balls in the second half. He's been shut out after a sensational first half where he had 6 catches and a touchdown. Maybe they'll find Witten, but maybe the 49ers have found him as well. 2nd down and 6 with 3.5 minutes on the clock. Cowboys need a touchdown. Field goal won't do him any good, and the pass up the middle, and the pass is caught by Terry Glenn. And Glenn is down at the 15-yard line. Another big play to Glenn, this time from 44 yards. Mike Rumph makes the tackle, and he has been the big man on the big play today for the Cowboys.
These guys are in a rhythm right now. Drew Bledsoe and Terry Glenn. I mean, he's got Jason Witten right over top of him, but there's a little bit of that aggressive nature of Drew Bledsoe. I'm going to take the 12. He's right there in front of me, but I think my man 83 is getting over the top. I'm going deep.
But 5 passes for 137 yards today. First down on the 15. Julius Jones. And a couple on first down. Brian Young making the tackle, and now the clock becoming a factor here, and the Cowboys needing a touchdown to take the lead.
Well, we've referenced that first game against San Francisco and St. Louis, and you looked at it, and statistically you tried to figure out how St. Louis lost it. It was in this area of the field right here. Red zone defense by the 49ers that day was the difference in that game. So they've done this very well. Dallas has also been very effective in the red zone this afternoon, so it's which side is going to give with everything on the line.
Cowboys have all 3 timeouts remaining. Second down and 9. Bledsoe drills it, and the pass intended for Witten, the tight end, and there were 3 49ers in the neighborhood, and Jamie Winborn got a piece of it, so they knew that Witten was going to be a man to look for.
Well, that one right there.
And a 2-minute warning.
Well, I'm going to come back and show you something. Drew Bledsoe had a touchdown run earlier. I don't know if he would have gotten in, but I think he would have gotten close.
Fox NFL Sunday is sponsored by the new Sprint, the official telecommunications service sponsor of the NFL.
Sprint Business is reinventing the yes man, turning the yes man into someone who can work from almost anywhere. And now that Sprint and Nextel have come together, you can work in and out of the office more efficiently, the way 96% of the Fortune 1000 already do. So if saying yes from just about anywhere with speed and confidence makes me a yes man, I'm a yes man.
With Sprint Business, you can make just about any place a workplace. Yes, you can.
Chrysler Town & Country, with the exclusive stow-and-go seating and storage system. There when you need it, not there when you don't.
Now during Employee Pricing Plus, get a 2005 Town & Country for just $17,908.
Hey, Michael. Hey, you remember my little sister, Tina?
Look at you, girl, all grown up and looking fine. How about a Bud Light?
Sounds good. You can't buy her a Bud Light.
Why not?
She my sister. I'll buy you a Bud Light if you don't get her a Bud Light.
What? Yeah, man, I don't know.
I'll buy you 2 Bud Lights if you don't get her a Bud Light.
All right.
Anything for the smooth taste of Bud Light. Great taste for your great times.
What?
Third and long, Darryl. They got to get it.
It's all going to come down to something they did real well in week 1. Dallas has been effective offensively in this area today. It's coming down to these next 2 plays.
Third down and 9. Keyshawn Johnson going in, touchdown! Very tough play at the corner of the end zone, and Drew Bledsoe, elated, connects with Keyshawn Johnson with a 14-yard touchdown play, and the Cowboys have taken a 32-31 lead. They are going to go for 2. Here it is.
Keyshawn Johnson and Terry Glenn have just absolutely stepped up in this second half and made great plays. Keyshawn has been huge coming across the middle, finally pays off, gets a touchdown catch on the outside, set up earlier in the drive by that big pass down the field to Terry Glenn.
If they make the 2-point conversion, the 49ers need a field goal to tie. If they don't, a field goal would win it for the 49ers with 1:51 on the clock. So here it comes. Bledsoe fires. Johnson, I believe he has it. He does. 2-point conversion. From Bledsoe to Keyshawn. They must own that corner of the end zone, Darrell, and it's 34-31 Dallas leading for the first time today.
This is such a huge step for Dallas right now offensively. They've come back in this second half. They finally take the lead. With 1:51 seconds, they take their first lead of the game. You go back to what they did in San Diego. They came back a couple of times in the second half there. That is a huge stepping stone for this offense, this team. Now we get to see about San Francisco. We've talked about Mike Nolan coming in, his players buying into their philosophy, what they're trying to do. They have played outstanding all day today. It's all going to come down to the last 1:51 seconds and an offense that has played really, really well today. We'll see if they got one more drive left in them.
Third touchdown catch by Keyshawn Johnson this year.
And I actually don't like that type of play. I mean, Ahmed Plummer's got his back turned to the quarterback, and Drew Bledsoe is able to fit it into a very tight area. But when you do that, you're forcing yourself to go to half the field, to a third of the field. That's a huge gamble. That's all or nothing.
49ers have 2 timeouts remaining. There is the scoring drive. 8 plays, 76 yards. Bledsoe to Johnson for the 6, and then to Keyshawn for the 2. And it's 34-31 in a wild, high-scoring affair. And once again, the 49ers, you mentioned the red zone defense, almost cost them against the Rams in week 1, and may cost them today.
Well, Dallas, I mean, that's the reason they lost to the Redskins on Monday night. I know a lot of people will focus on those last 2 big pass plays that they gave up. But really, you know, their opportunities in the red zone, you know, was the reason that they found themselves in that position. So they came back. They've played very well in the red zone offensively today.
Booth review to look at the 2-point conversion. Got to have both feet in bounds. Does he get the right foot down?
Wow.
He may not. That's going to be the issue here. So the booth review, as you know, inside 2 minutes. Left foot is down, and right foot may not have been.
It looks like he was pulling up that right foot before he had established possession. You know, it looks like right there, it's down there, but when does he have possession? That will be the question, because it's, you know, kind of simultaneously he's establishing possession as he's pulling that right foot up. Wow, that's your shot right there for them to take a look at it. We'll see when he has possession, and then I'll watch possession. You watch the foot. Possession.
I just see the left foot down.
The left foot's down. Yeah, I think that right one's coming up.
I think the right foot touched the line.
Yeah, I only think he had that one down.
I don't think so either, but Bernie Kukar will be the ultimate judge.
You don't give these guys enough credit, because we watched that a couple of times, and at game speed, we're not even thinking about, hey, did he have that? Was that a catch?
You know, that's,
and then these guys are, like, you know, the speed of the game, and they're on top of it.
Best comment you've ever made, and you've made a lot of good ones, is the fact that these officials have to call it, you know, in real time, and this is a fast game, and we have the benefit, and the people at home, of looking at, you know, step by step on a replay.
Right now, there's some guy watching on his couch going, I knew it. I knew that it should have been a questionable call.
Of course.
I don't know if that guy's around here. I was
possession there. Yeah,
5 yards from that play, and that looked good to me.
We just had a good one there, Tony. It really looks like when he gets possession, his foot is he's picked his right foot up. I'm going to say the pass is ruled incomplete. It will be Dallas 32. San Francisco 31.
Does the tie go to the runner in this case?
That's next week on Fox when the Red Sox and Yankees play, but a good time for a promo, Tony. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tony's serving up softballs down there.
You guys got me all fired up with that prison break and me going to Alcatraz. That was one that amazed me.
All right, here's Bernie Kukar.
This place is going to go nuts if this thing gets ruled incomplete.
After reviewing the play stands as called, and it's a completed catch.
Well, after all that, that is the maddening thing about replay, though.
I guess the tie does go to the runner.
You are right all the time. So it is 34-31, and Drew Bledsoe with the most passing yards since October of 2002. So now a 49er field goal would only tie this game. 1:51 remaining. 49ers have 2 timeouts remaining. Cortez will kick off. At one point, San Francisco was up 21-6, 24-12, and 31-19. Otis Amy returning for the 49ers, and he gets hit. And a good special teams play by Keith Davis. 9-yard return. Minute 48 on the clock, but the way Tim Rattay has gone today, he has thrown for 250 yards and 3 touchdowns with 1 interception. And we'll start from the 23.
This is the part of the game that Dallas couldn't hold on to Monday night. We'll see if they've made any adjustments, doing anything different from a schematic standpoint to seal this game.
Willie Pyle, number 20, is in at free safety for Keith Davis. Can the 49ers get in position for a field goal, and can the Cowboys stop them? And we have the play blown dead. Flag is down.
False start. 66 offense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Eric Heitman, the right guard, and that is not the way you want to start a critical drive. First down and 15. 49ers have been penalized 8 times for a total of 67 yards today. And there is Keith Davis watching from the sidelines, as we pointed out. First down and 15. The pass completed to Johnny Morton. May have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Scott Shanley defending. Tough second half of offense for the 49ers. It'll be second down and 11, going out to the flat, and Trent Smith with the catch, and the tackle is made by Aaron Glenn. So here are the second half possessions, not producing much at all for the 49ers.
No, they kind of got out of that rhythm that they had in the first half, and it's just strange. You know, it kind of came out of nowhere to start the game. They fell into that rhythm, played as well as they have all season offensively, and then they come out in the second half and kind of back to the way they played the first 2 weeks. And they've still got one more shot. Everything's coming down to this last drive.
Third down and 11 on the 22-yard line. 4 wide receivers, 3 lined up to the left for Tim Rattay. And Rattay goes up and completes the pass to Arnaz Battle and a first down. 15-yard pickup and a hurry-up going on for the 49ers as we get close to a minute remaining. They still have 2 timeouts. Now the 3 wide receivers are lined up to the right. First down. And Rattay's pass, and that was intended for Arnaz Battle, and Roy Williams in the neighborhood got a piece of it, and Battle comes up limping.
That was the first time I've seen Roy Williams actually go for the ball instead of the man, Moose.
Well, you got to try that play at least once. I mean, you watch the film of the Redskin game all week long, and you're in the same situation that they were in. They hit a play like that twice for touchdowns. So you've got to at least give a shot. And what they're trying to do is get somebody right down that seam right there. They've got Dat Wynn trailing Arnaz Battle, but it's Roy Williams that comes in and gives them a hit right at the end of the play.
So Otis Amy is in there with Johnny Morton and Brandon Lloyd. It'll be second down and 10 with exactly a minute remaining. And here's the pass. Took away and it's intercepted. The interception by Dat Wynn. And the Dallas Cowboys with a big pick. That's the 3rd turnover of the game for the 49ers. Cortez looking at his former fans here in San Francisco, and that may do it for the 49ers.
Yeah, that's going to do it right there. Terrence Newman, great physical play at the line of scrimmage against Otis Amy. He's got that 5-yard area to work in. It's very tough. He doesn't let him release to the inside, gets a deflection. Dat Wynn intercepts the ball. And then what I like about it, he could have taken it down the sideline, maybe scored a touchdown. But he knows that something bad could happen there. The ball could come out. Just get to the ground, get your offense out on the field, let him take a knee, get out of here with a very, very hard-fought 34-31 victory.
Just want to close up and not risk anything. So Dat Winn with a big game today, a fumble recovery and an interception. Under a minute remaining, and the Cowboys, nothing fancy here. Julius Jones rushing. And the 49ers will use one of their 2 timeouts right now. Let's take a look at the fourth quarter for Dallas. Julius Jones going in for a 1-yard run.
Keyshawn Johnson, the touchdown catch there, but they've got to come back and get the 2-point play to make it a 3-point game, knowing that San Francisco is going to have one more opportunity to go down and try and tie that game up.
And then with the interception, timeout is called by the 49ers. And San Francisco has 1 timeout remaining. 34-31.
Well, you go back to the San Diego game, and Dallas was able to come back against a very good team here, but this was a very inspired performance by the 49ers. It was a tough situation for Dallas to be in. They responded very well. I think Coach Parcells has to be very happy how his team came back from that crushing defeat Monday night.
Today's game being produced by Bob Stenner and directed by Sandy Grossman, the associate director Charles McDonald, sideline producer Robert Slosby, the broadcast associates Wayne Wilson and Corey Brocious. The technical producer is Bob Muller. The pregame show is produced by Scott Ackerson and directed by Bob Levy. The studio technical supervisor Jack Simmons. The senior producer is Bill Brown. The executive producers of Fox Sports are Ed Gorin and David Hill. We'd like to thank our crew up here, our spotter Chris Visser, statistician Rick Odioso, and Mike Eldridge and Bill Osika in the truck as well. Thanks to all the technical and production crew. Job well done and an entertaining game to say the least, as the Dallas Cowboys, who were trailing twice by 12 points in the second half, Darryl, came back. Both teams showed a pretty good defense in the fourth quarter, and Dallas rallies to survive.
Well, I think there's great things to be taken out of this game for both teams. You know, obviously Coach Parcells, I think that they're kind of ahead of the curve right now. This is his 3rd season with this group. He's got him headed in the right direction. Mike Nolan in his first year, I think maybe he learned more about his team today than he could have imagined, because I really thought with the loss Monday night, this was going to be a game that San Francisco was really going to have their hands full. Dallas is going to be very focused. They came out and played extremely well today.
They did. It lingered for a while. The Cowboys trailed for 58 of the 60 minutes, but they win to go 2-1 on the year, 34-31, and remain on the West Coast to play the Raiders. The 49ers drop to 1-2. They will play in Mexico City next week against the Arizona Cardinals. And tell you what, they did not play like a 2-14 team. And right now we understand there are 3 seconds left on the clock, despite the fact that a final went up. 3 seconds remain.
Whoa. You know what that is? You're gonna call a timeout on me and stop it when you know it's over, then I'm gonna take a shot at the end zone.
Well, Terry Glenn, with a huge game, made 2 great catches, and the Cowboys win it by a score of 34-31. Darryl, Tony, and I will be back to San Francisco after these messages.
Okay, you shave early, but your date isn't until 7 p.m. So what do you think your beard's doing? Taking a nap? It's not. That's why there's the new Schick Quattro Midnight. Its 4 blades give you an incredibly close shave, keeping you smooth into the night. The new Schick Quattro Midnight. The power of 4.
Ice cold Coca-Cola. The great refreshing taste you know and love. Now in Coca-Cola Zero. Everybody, chill.
This is astounding. 7 medals in a row. What's his secret? What's he doing so differently?
Still going. Energizer. Keeps going and going and going and going.
First base, $58. Second base, 630 pesos. Third base, 300,000 yen. Home, priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard. Fan of the game, wherever there's a game.
A-Rod and the Yankees take on Manny and the Red Sox. It's the final weekend of Fox Saturday Baseball this week.
Final score here in San Francisco, the Cowboys over the 49ers, 34-31, and now our UPS leaderboard. And here were the guys that made it happen today. Drew Bledsoe for the Cowboys, 2 touchdowns, over 300 yards. Julius Jones scored twice. And Brandon Lloyd over 100 yards, 142 and 2 touchdowns. Now the UPS leaderboard, UPS what Brown could do for you. So for Daryl Johnston and Tony Siragusa, Dick Stockton saying so long from San Francisco, where the Cowboys go 2-1, Niners 1-2. Right now let's go to JB and the guys in our studios. So long, everybody.